Follow your drugs. Don't do dreams.
That's sweet. Type in PJ Phil on your search on YouTube. Our video is the first one up. What up, YouTube? Nate here from Thrift Dweller. Today on the channel, this code, it already defeated me. This cold will not defeat me. I'm gonna shoot a Ask Us Anything Thrift Dweller video where we respond to your comments. Kind of old school though. I'm gonna look back at this video over here. The day that Thrift Dweller met PJ Phil. For people who don't know, PJ Phil was a prominent personality for us growing up here in Canada. On our children's station, YTV, he was a PJ, a program jockey. So we had certain rules here in Canada where you couldn't show a certain amount of commercials, I think. So they had like 5 minutes to fill between shows. So what YTV did was they hired these people, PJs, to, I don't know, talk to you guys, I guess. Throw some banter between each other to fill that 5 minutes in. And PJ Phil was a permanent fixture on YTV for many years. And personally for us, a personal connection, Thrift Dweller, PJ Phil's a Filipino, and he was like the first, I guess, major Filipino that you saw on television. So talking to like Lester and Gary and myself, he was always like that cool uncle or that cool cousin that you never see. PJ Phil was the man with a ponytail and the earrings. Yeah, he dressed cool. And so one time he came to Winnipeg and we were able to meet him. So we kind of shot a video with him, which is really cool actually. Here, he says I'm the next thing.
Make sure you watch or check out Nate's video blog. Please. Watch it,
This is
please.
what's happening right now.
He's the new thing.
God damn, look at me. Wow. More chins than a... It was really cool actually talking to PJ Phil. We got to interact with him and almost like how he was off camera. Because on camera, when he was talking to us as kids in the early 90s, late 90s, he was obviously PG because it was a children's network. But talking to him in real life, we're talking about like... He had a Q&A session, which we didn't talk about here in the video, where we were able to like ask him questions in like a small room. And me being fucking stupid goes up to... I stand up and go, PJ Phil, go, hey, did you hook up with anyone on YTV? It felt like the people in the crowd cringed a bit. But PJ Phil was all more than happy to answer that question. It was really funny, actually. There were a couple PJs growing up, and my question was really geared towards, like, did you hook up with any of the PJs on YTV? And he's like, no, I hooked up with a couple people behind the scenes kind of thing, which is really funny. And he was more than happy to answer that question. Like, he didn't cringe. I think sometimes people, when they see celebrities, they put them on, like, a certain pedestal, and you forget they're, like, real people. He was more than happy to, like, talk with us on camera. Like, we did our first ever interview of a celebrity on camera, and he was really cool actually. And he did this thing where he's like, watch my channel, Nate. I was like, oh, to hear him say my name. There have only been 3 people in my life that when they said my name sent chills down my spine and made me so happy. Candace Cameron, when I met her, she said, hi Nathaniel. Blew my freaking mind. We met Shawn Michaels at the old Winnipeg Arena here. It's kind of funny. I shook his hand, it was all callousy and stuff, and he's like, what's your name? I'm like, Nathaniel. And he kind of made fun of the way I said my name, but when he said my name, it was pretty cool, you know, to hear the Heartbreak Kid. Number 3 was PJ Phil. Oh, I lied. There's a 4th person. William Shatner said my name. That was really cool, actually. But yeah, PJ Phil is on that list when he said my name. Because growing up, right, like, we saw him, but he never saw us. And for him to actually acknowledge me, that I exist, was the coolest thing ever. Anyways, I'm going to go through the comments in this video. It's really funny. These are one of those videos that, you know, most videos lose their steam in terms of people watching them if they're older or whatever, but you have those certain videos that are almost like quote-unquote timeless, that they stay relevant years after they were released. And I think for our channel, this is one of those videos. Every like other week, I'll get a notification when someone leaves a comment on this video, and this video was shot in 2015. I look like I ate myself. That was not a healthy dude. That's cool. Okay, shows us how long his hair is. Yeah, PJ Phil was the shit. I'll just say that. Anyways, going down at the comments. I swear I didn't smoke up. Psychosis says, oh shit, did he turn into Shang's son? That's pretty funny. Bloody Eyes 13. Wow, haven't seen him in ages. Totally brings me back to my childhood. Glad to see he's still around. Now you guys need to find Nicholas Pickles from Video and Arcade Top 10 and interview him. Quick story about that. For people who don't know, I have the honor of hosting with many, many talented people the first ever retro video game convention in our city. And part of the marketing campaign I reached out to Nicholas Pickles, actually. For people who don't know, in Canada, we had a television show called Video and Arcade Top 10. And Nicholas Pickles was like the host of that show for years. Kids would come on and just compete in video games to win some prizes and stuff. Yeah, I reached out to him. He's actually a DJ in Buffalo, I believe. Sega Stoner sent me the information, so I reached out to him. He shot a commercial for Retro Gamers Winnipeg, which was really cool. So I found him. So Bloody Eyes 13, he's a DJ, he's a thriving DJ, he's very popular in Buffalo, I think. This is Kevin Black 16. He commented this 3 years ago, so I don't know if he's watching this. It's too bad you guys kept talking over him. He almost gave good insight on the operations at YTV back then. Yeah, we were just a couple schoolgirls looking at the Backstreet Boys, fuddling our words when they're talking to PJ Phil. Sorry about that. I will apologize for that. I was going to do some sort of wisecrack comeback, but he's right. Like, we're not professional interviewers, and when we went to talk to PJ Phil, it was just really, we were really happy and excited to meet him, that, you know, the professional interviewers that we weren't. So yeah, I will apologize to you for that. Nocturne 22, follow your drugs, don't do dreams.
Follow your drugs, don't do dreams.
I love all the people here who were sharing their memories of the 90s. So you can see that there is a common thread here for all of us who grew up in Canada, and how much PJ Phil really meant to us growing up. Spryleys, Beav and Buckley. He must be from Manitoba. Beav and Buckley were like a local television show mascot duo here in our city, and they hosted like our Saturday morning cartoons, which obviously Saturday morning cartoons got demolished by channels that just exclusively focused on cartoons. Harry Dickus. Where is PJ Jen? Yes, I want to know where PJ Jen is too. There, this is PJ Jen. PJ Jazzy Jen. Now that's PJ Jazzy Jan. She's different. She was like the early years of YTV. See PJ Jen? I remember her. It was PJ Jen and PJ Ashna who are like, see if we can find a good picture of PJ Ashna. There she was. That's PJ Ashna. Who's this PJ? Oh, is that PJ Ashna? Wow. Let's see. The chive. Hey, actually, I might save that. I might save this for another video. Where are the PJs now? That's a cool video to make. I'm going to make that video. Anyways, PJ Phil was a really cool guy. It was really nice to meet him. If you haven't checked out that video, watch it and just be slightly disappointed when you watch it. It wasn't that great. Moving on, let's go see what other videos I can respond to. Yeah, that Metal Jesus video is still picking up some steam. I don't want to make those kind of videos anymore. Ask Us Anything, episode 2, or is this episode 3? I can't. Shout out to Canadian Zangief. He wrote that he tends to avoid anything that's negative or can fuel a negative when it's not regards to big corporate levels. Yeah, it's easy to pick on the faceless corporations, isn't it, huh? How about picking on the little guy down here? EdT1138 writes, good old Matt B, the Game Genie. I wonder whatever happened to him. I searched for that channel and brought up nothing. Because his name is Mike B, the Game Genie, you jerk. Matt B, the Game Genie. I'm gonna steal that. That's a good channel to have right there. I'm just kidding, Ed. Love you. Yeah, good old Uf. I like this guy. I don't know who he is, but from the comments that he leaves, I want to have a cup of coffee with this person. Guy or girl, I don't know. Writes. They write, I say you get on the not clickbait bandwagon ASAP. What does that even mean? There's a bandwagon for that? Not click. Oh, I guess there was a bunch of YouTubers like, I'm quitting YouTube, not clickbait. Like they would write that kind of thing. Fuck that. Honestly, if I had the skills and if I had the cleverness and even the resources to do it, I would shoot clickbait videos all the time. Bradley Martin. Vegeta51. I enjoy your content and what you choose to talk about. Thank you very much. It's all good in my book. Update on my New Year's resolution goals. Yes, let me know. Cleaning up my man cave, and it's slowly coming along as I sort stuff here and there. I have one kid, and that to me seems like a lot to balance with 2 jobs. Enjoying the videos. Thank you, Vegeta51. Really do appreciate your comment there. Kids will do it, man. And you have 2 jobs. That's respect. Respect. Sounds like you're a good parent there. Okay, when I'm cleaning my room, this is what I've discovered. Sometimes, because I have so much stuff in here, like crammed in, I end up moving one mess and to another like side and cleaning this up, but there's still a mess over here. And I'll move this to another place and I'll clean up. This will be all nice, but the mess is still over here. And obviously it goes around in a circle. I just end up moving the mess all over my room. And I think the secret to truly organizing and cleaning your room is to get rid of shit. And that's very hard for me. I'm very frugal. I grew up like I had a grandpa who kept scraps of everything. You know, literally go to my grandpa's garage right now, scraps of copper, aluminum cans. My grandma used to get mad at him. He hoards wood and nails. Like, they grew up in the Philippines. It was, you know, you didn't have much. But here, you don't realize it because when you're born here, just abundance of everything. Thank you very much for joining me on today's video. Thank you to everybody who shares your comments in the comments below. Sorry I was responding to like older comments, but I thought it'd be just fun to talk about PJ Phil for a while. I'll make a deal with everybody. When I shoot videos like this, like Ask Us Anything videos, these are the comments. If you ask us any questions in these videos, I'll respond to it in the next video. So like, as long as you're watching the most current episode of Ask Us Anything and you comment on it and you ask us a question or leave an intriguing comment, I will address it in the following episode going forward. I finally opened this sucker up though, right? Did you catch that video on the channel? Sorry, this is a mess down here. This is my eBay store. Anyways, that's it for me, Nate. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I feel so sleazy every time I say that. Maybe I should change up the way I tell or ask people to subscribe. If you like our content, subscribe to the channel. Leave it a thumbs up or leave it a thumbs down. Thank you very much for watching. This is Nate. Take care of yourselves and each other. How's that? Is that good? Is that good?